Like Mr. E gets fired.
They were arguing about they were arguing about us
Venezuela?
swiping. Yeah. Yes.
Andrew called into Rob's call-in show today, and then later on, Andrew had his debate, and in the end of the debate, Andrew made a statement about disagreeing with Rob.
Yes.
And he's like, people can disagree and all that. He's like,
Yeah,
it's
well, I
fine.
mean, I talked to Rob before the
It's
Andrew
fine.
debate, and so I already knew.
You're talking about
I
his
already knew that
nighttime,
happened.
his nighttime call-in show? Because he
No,
raided
it was
me
the-
after
He got up
won.
early this morning at 7 this morning, my time.
I know he raided me after that. I was the last caller on that show.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah, I said I did the Joey Diaz. I said it's 2026 America. Grab your balls. Fuck these Venezuelans. We're gonna make them glow in the dark. I don't think he got the reference.
Jeremy finished.
Oh, that seems kind of racist.
I was
actually.
asleep for all that, but later on in Andrew's debate show, or Andrew's debate that happened tonight, at the end of that,
About longer.
about him calling in, and Andrew's like, "Yeah, it's fine. We can disagree and all that." He's like, "But naturally, this means that Rob is now fired, and all the people need to unsub from him."
Oh, no.
all the joke about bridges being severed and all that. I mean, it was obviously in total joke, but it was pretty funny when he did it.
Yeah, I don't think he got.
Satire.
I don't think he got the reference of what I was doing. He's like, "Why are you doing a Brooklyn accent?" I was like, "Don't worry about it."
Well, here
That's
we
the
go.
Joey Diaz. Play the American anthem. Play the national anthem.
Masterville JS again.
Grab your balls. We got some Marines stirring the soup with their dick.
Everywhere.
Was that why people were talking in the
I
chat?
think Joey Diaz on a weird thing with Bert Kreischer. Go ahead, Jeremy.
I saw some comments about like the Pledge of Allegiance and shit this morning. Was that what that shit was all
Yeah,
about?
can we start doing the Pledge of Allegiance
Yeah,
to the
every
flag?
Memorial Day he plays the national anthem and he does a motivational speech and he goes off. Joey Diaz goes off. He's like, it's 2015 America. Grab your balls. This is America, bitch. We don't. I got a cousin who killed a Puerto Rican. He's like four military guys were standing around a bonfire. The army man stabbed a Puerto Rican in the neck. The Air Force guy shot a Guatemalan in the Battle of Two Fingers. And the Marine the whole time was stirring the soup with his dick. That shit was boiling. He's like, we bombed the shit out of our enemies. We'll make you glow in the dark. It's so funny. I would make it
That must be what Trump wants.
a recurring clip, but it always gets me copyright striked.
Must be what Trump watched. What do you mean?
Yeah. He got the damn president of Venezuela up there in fucking Brooklyn jail.
Oh. I didn't put that shit together.
Location check.
Rockets.
Location check.
Oh, fuck.
Cam location check.
Anyway, yeah, I'm writing that
Mic
debate
volume
right
check.
now.
Mic volume test. High output.
You're
Which
gonna
one?
need that good luck, supposedly.
Mic volume low output.
Yeah, we're not doing does racism exist? We're doing
low desktop
racism is not
volume.
race-based hate, but
Low
actually other
desktop
forms of hate.
volume.
It just basically
What?
High desktop
Yeah,
volume.
same thing.
High desktop volume.
It's adjacent to that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I just have to kind of word Not doing things. does a little bit
YouTube
differently.
volume normal.
that's annoying. Okay.
YouTube volume
Yeah,
low.
just don't do a PowerPoint. You'll do fine.
Because I told Easy, I was like, what? I was like, I'll do that one, but to be honest, like my whole argument is that there are no forms of hate. Is that it's just hate.
Slideshow
Yeah,
test.
But nah, they narrowed your
test.
ass
But I
down
did
to-
find
Slideshow
I did
test.
find a paper.
Normal
Yeah, they
mic
kind of put
volume.
him in between a rock and a hard place, I feel like.
So I'm gonna
Low.
I'm gonna
mic
argue that
volume.
there are forms of hate, but
That's good, though.
racism is not one of them.
Normal. Green
Because life's
level
boring without a
volume.
challenge, so. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, well, and it
Desktop
makes me have to
audio,
actually like write another opening instead of
35.
just reusing the one that I've already used before.
Yeah.
Slideshow.
I was
There you
just
go.
gonna like do no prep and just go in and use the same opening I did with Jalen a couple years ago.
No, I mean, I
Virtual
like this going
wallpaper.
on
Turning
the
on.
like a tangential argument.
fun.
Because while you're still
Normal
arguing
wallpaper.
essentially the same point, you're doing it with a different way, so it's not going to be as repetitive. So if you go and have this the racism isn't real topic or something later,
Yeah, free
while
will
it's
debate,
still-
maybe.
while it's still kind of the same thing, you're actually arguing a different prompt.
Well, that's what I don't want to say the name of the person yet
Testing blank.
well, I'm not sure if
Screen.
it's been confirmed yet, but somebody has challenged
Solid
me
color
on Short's
screen.
reason to another free will debate.
Solid
And
color
Yeah,
screen test.
let's go.
I
Yeah,
don't know. I'm not as excited because I'm kind of tired of doing them, but okay, I'll do it.
Yeah,
I
don't
want to see you win one.
don't make it known yet, JS. I don't want people to know that I'm debating you on that.
Solid color.
Yeah,
Engaged.
right.
Engaged. Engaged.
Yeah, right.
Solid color off.
Guess you'll find out, Marshall.
Bro, I'll eat mine with shorts.
Good JS on this free will debate.
I bet you might. What are you gonna put? What spices are
I've
you
been
gonna
tempted
add?
to
Changing the chat
get
screen.
people into a free will debate.
Test
to
chat.
Trap them on
Ready?
what free will actually means instead of just choices. But then I
Nudge,
thought,
judge, ready?
Yeah.
Didn't you guys go at that?
Chat box
over the
working.
last couple of weekends, a little
Chat
bit?
box
Or
working.
no, I guess you didn't. Like, it wasn't really all.
Well, they say
it was like
people say
philosophy.
it's just the ability to make choices. I say it's the ability to make choices outside of or with absent of any outside influences or consequences.
Right. If you're going from the philosophical definition of free will, that is specifically what it says. Yeah. That's how they define free will.
That's
Is
one, and then the
being
other
able
one
to
is
make-
the ability to have done differently, which doesn't make any sense to
Right.
me.
Because how can you do something that was already passed?
Right.
You can't say, "Oh, I should have done this differently," or "I could have done this." You couldn't have because you've already chosen that. You can't go back. That's literally part of life. You
And it also
learn you
leads
can't
you
go back.
into it could I would think that would be really depressing because everything will come
Add in
down to the
YouTube
question of what about like
for discussion.
I always use the example I was in a car accident and 4 people died.
Add in YouTube for discussion.
But if I had been in a different seat that day, if anything different had happened that
Adding
day,
Chrome for discussion. Adding Chrome for discussion.
where we sat in the car was based off of how many sales we had. If I had had one
there any
less
women
sale that
involved?
day, I would have been in a different seat and I would have died. So,
Wow.
like, what if? Well, could I have chosen to not knock on that one door that day, and I would be dead today? So,
Well, sometimes you're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
if
You were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
not meant to die, it wouldn't have mattered the position in the car you would have been in. God didn't want you to die, you wouldn't have died, no matter where you would have been in that car.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but at least my understanding of free will from the religious aspect isn't really the free choice of whether you could go left or go right or any of that. It's really the free will is you choose God. God's not going to force you to walk His path. He wants you to choose to walk His path.
Right, but see, that's where I would contend with that because it's either choose his path or you get eternal.
Or burn in hell.
No, but I'm saying, right. But the only part of that disputes the free will aspect of it is you either choose him or you get eternal suffering. And it's like,
Well,
how
that
is
don't work.
free will? You either choose him or you get eternal suffering. It's like you either good or bad. Like
do this and you live, do this and you die. Is that really free will?
Is it really choice? Is it really free? Exactly. No, it's not. You're being
Wow.
forced.
Okay.
I heard.
No, it's not. It's not.
Camera and chat test.
Oh, wait, what?
Camera and chat test.
I mean, there's a negative consequence.
Well,
No, it's
Right,
pretty
exactly.
clear.
Choose
This
him or
is
get
happening.
eternal suffering. Exactly. You get
so wait, I
you
can
get
live
eternal
or
lie
life,
and then be like,
eternal
bro,
life or
please,
eternal
I'm sorry.
suffering. What would
And
you
he'll
choose?
just be like, sure, go
If
on.
you
then.
could, hold
is
on.
life.
If you could turn exactly. If you could choose eternal happiness and loving and caring and blah blah blah, or
Can I
complete
just choose that
darkness,
when I
death,
die?
and fire and misery, is it really a choice?
So let me give it to you a different way. If you could choose,
Sure.
if God is life, He is the source of life. So the only
What?
way you could live is to
Okay.
choose Him.
Testing camera
So
effects.
basically, like you could choose
So we
to have
already
a
chose
gun,
him?
or you could choose to shoot yourself. Shit, I almost went to but
Yeah,
you
that
could
works.
you could choose whether or not you where you use the gun, right?
Shit happens.
So I mean, it's everything. Everything is a choice.
Testing
You can
camera law
choose
background.
whether or not to actually drive a car to work or to drive it off a bridge. Like, still,
So
all
I
of these
just
are choices.
choose
You
to
might
go to
not like
heaven by the
Hold on,
time
hold
I
on,
die.
hold on,
And
hold on,
some
though.
of those choices,
Hold on though.
but it's still a choice.
Right, if I still choose to use that gun on myself, can I then choose to go to heaven?
no, you're a coward.
That's not the point of the question. It's the choice aspect of it. You have to, and
But
plus, to be capable of doing good and to living, and to be living is to choose God and to be in His church. That's the whole point. Everything
yeah, but if
outside of
you
it
don't,
is death.
I
There
know,
we go.
right, exactly. Everything outside of it is death and
That's like
eternal.
Well,
life.
that
Is
works.
it
church
really
house
a
live
choice?
too.
Takes a lot of
So you
It's
choose
resources.
not really
not
a
to want to be
choice.
part. You choose not to be part of life. Yeah, you can choose it.
It's not
Plenty
really
of
a choice though.
people choose to do that so they can live out this life that they have here to the maximum amount of pleasure and
No,
self-centeredness.
I know, but if
So
a guy's holding a gun to your head, he says choose me or choose death. You're gonna choose him. Because why would you choose death? That seems
this
pretty
is
fucked
more what
up.
it's like. It's more like because God made us all to want to be with Him. So it's not really that God's holding a gun to our head. It's more like
He
the
made
devil
us
is
all.
holding.
He made us
It's
all.
more like
He made us
it's
all
more
want
like
to
a
live
demon. It's
eternally.
more like a demon holding you, holding a stack of porno mags and a pack of 40s right next to you, and saying, "Hey, wouldn't you rather have this?" That's what it's
Hold on,
more
but
like.
hold on though. Why is the offer eternal life?
The offer is eternal life because eternal life is only with God. You
No, it's
can't
because
live
it's
without
the
God.
only. It's no, it's because it's the only thing that people truly really want in anything is to live forever. Because it's the one thing you can't outrun is death.
I don't know. I don't think that some people would want to pick that because what if you pick God, you're
I don't
picking a
think.
life you're
I don't
supposed
think.
to.
No, but see, that's the difference though. I don't think some people pick that. I think some people come to the revelation and they realize that that's all that there is. It's
Right.
either death or there's not.
Well, and I know people will say this is Calvinist, but I thought this before I ever knew anything about Calvin or knew who he was, just from reading the Bible. This is what the understanding I came to is that we don't choose God, He chooses us. He chose us before we were ever born. And it's the
We
idea
didn't
of
land on Sherwood Forest.
He chooses everyone.
Sherwood
He chooses
Forest
everyone.
landed on us.
Hold on though. I was like,
so even if I wanted to, I
even if
couldn't
you,
deny God.
right, even if you choose,
Everyone. And whether you decide to accept that is up to you.
even if you choose God, unless God chooses you, it means nothing.
Yeah, that's why He chooses everyone. He's constantly seeking everyone.
Does He choose
So then
everyone?
he chooses.
Jesus.
Yeah, so he chooses. So then he chooses everybody who claims to be Christian, even though that they have some
Everyone that
little.
chooses
He
Him.
chooses. Hold on, it's
He
anybody who.
chooses everyone. He accepts those who choose
So
Him.
Jesus died for
Or does
everybody who's in hell.
Taking desktop audio out
Or
Preach the gospel in
to
Him.
remove
does he only
YouTube.
choose those who are Orthodox?
I don't know.
Test mark.
And that, right,
I
and
would say
that's
that
where you get
I would
me.
say
Because if you
that
talk to Orthodox, then they would say
salvation can
only
only be
choose
done through
Orthodox.
the
You guys to the
church.
Catholics, they say only the Catholics. You say the
No,
Lutherans,
this
they
is
say only
like
the Lutherans.
the argument is that everyone who's saved is saved through the church, which means those scriptures that all the Protestants have that they use to try to gain a
It's not scriptures
connection to
the
God. It's
Protestants have, it's the scriptures we all have.
yes, the scriptures
Then
the
if
Protestants have that were given by
so
the
then if it's
church, that were
right, so
maintained
then
and given and written by the church. So
No,
even if you were to
the
have
scriptures
salvation
were
through
written before the
some sort of
church.
biblical Pelagianism, then it would still be through the church that you had been saved.
But all the church
So
did
then-
was
so
help
then, hold on.
translate them
So
and
then if
compile
we-
them. They didn't
right,
write
and
They
scriptures.
wrote them. They wrote them.
They didn't
Find
write
it
it.
more.
in
They
the
wrote
end,
the entirety of the New Testament. The entirety of the New
in the
Testament.
end,
What about the Old
Right.
Testament?
The Old
Right.
Testament, the Old Testament is maintained and as close as completion as possible through the church as well. The Masoretics are just a bunch of fucking bullshit that the Masoretes made up to change, or not made up, but altered so they could say that Christianity is false.
See, that's crazy to me. If Jews wrote the Old Testament,
Yeah, the rabbinics that hated
then
Christ and
why
wanted
would
to do
I
everything
not
they could
rely
to
on the
remove them
Jews
from
to
the
translate the Old Testament?
You would rely on the Jews either way because the church would be the Jews. You're focusing on these false Jews that just use the name as some sort of authority when they have no authority. It was taken away.
Say, I haven't looked through my I've got an Orthodox Study Bible coming to me in the mail, and I'm gonna start doing what is it called, heuristics, where you compare the two, and I want to find. I'll probably just go on Google and I'll say all the differences between the Masoretic and the Septuagint, and I want
Now
to
they're
compare
really
them
gonna
all
call you.
and see how different all the differences are. But the majority of it is going to be the same, right?
A lot of it is going to generally be the same. That doesn't have to do with Christ and Gentiles. Everything that has to do with Christ and Gentiles is going to be altered in some way.
Okay, well then that's what I'm going to look into. It's just like if how can I make an analogy for this? If I'm in a club,
Stop being a heretic.
if I'm in a club and I'm writing a book about my club,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want somebody in a different club to translate that.
Why not?
Yeah, that's why I don't trust the Masoretes.
So they're not okay. So
Oh yeah, I get it.
Were the 12 apostles Jews?
yeah.
Yeah, so they are the true vine. They are the true Jews. They are the one that maintained. The
Oh,
true
okay. So
intent
you're
of what
saying the
Judaism-
Masoretic, is it Masoretes or Masoretes? So they're
whatever-
like false
whichever
Jews
one.
and they
Yeah.
twisted it.
Sounds
Okay.
Yeah, they're the Pharisees. They're the Pharisees.
Okay.
The
And that's what
rabbinics, the
that's what I got to
Pharisees,
look into, and maybe if I see that you're right, then maybe I'll be like, yeah, the Septuagint's
Going
the
to
way to go. I
Elderline
just haven't
Church next.
I haven't looked into that enough yet. So that's kind of what I want to learn about.
Oh man.
And when it comes to like preaching in hell, like that's what the harrowing of hell or whatever it's called is.
harrowing.
That's what Christ
That's
went
when
to hell to.
Jesus
preach the
went down
gospel
for
of-
3 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's in the New Testament.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah,
So the New
of course it would
Testament's going to be
Christ.
the New Testament's
I
going to
think
be the
it's-
same in the Orthodox Study Bible and in the King James Bible, right? Pretty much.
Yeah, should be. There might be some like more clear translation in it, but I think it's just the King
And
James.
JS, what's the
in
HCSB
the New
Bible?
Testament at least.
I don't know. There's so many different versions.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
HCSB.
That's curious.
SB is going to be Study Bible, Christian, I don't know,
Yep,
something
keep-
Christian Study Bible.
this
I
one.
don't know. But there's a lot of like,
Old and New
there's a lot of
Testament.
really screwed up translations. There's the
Nashville, Tennessee.
Jefferson's Bible is garbage. There's the Feminist Bible. There's the Message. There's
Contains the Old and New Testament.
the Gideon's Bible. Now, I guess the Gideon's Bible, they just use the King James, but I still haven't. Andrew and they always talk about how in the Mormon Bible they add a
Keep
verse in
edit one chat
Genesis,
box out.
But I have the Quad out there. The Quad is the Bible, the Doctrines and Covenants, the Pearl of Great Price, and the Book of Mormon all in one. And I've looked in that. They're just using the King James Bible. So there's no extra verse in Genesis. Maybe they took that out. I don't know. But I don't know where that comes from when they say that. I'm not like justifying.
Ending for now.
I'm just saying they're